Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. Here with a box that's still available. I can't believe it. And it's really worth hearing. It's the complete Decca recordings of Bracha Eden and Alexander Tamir, the duo piano couple, husband and wife. Really wonderfully talented folks. They made 12 discs worth of music by various composers for piano duet. Now, do you like piano duets or two pianos or piano four hands? You know, back in the day, it was not unusual for homes to have two pianos sitting in their rather large drawing rooms. You know, it was only afterwards that these beautiful apartments got carved up into studios and one bedrooms. But back in the day, you had your music room, and it could be quite ample, even for middle-class homes. And having a couple instruments or a bunch of instruments, room to do a string quartet or a piano quartet or quintet was not unusual. And a piano was standard equipment. So it wasn't like the Mendelssohn's house where you had your own built-in theater with an opera stage and everything, but you still had space, lots of space, and lots of repertoire written for piano four hands or piano duo. It's always difficult when you say piano duo and piano four hands. Piano four hands means two people sitting at one bench, and piano duo means two pianos. Generally, that's the way it goes. I get them confused. Everybody gets them confused. You don't have to worry about it. It's the same body of repertoire anyway, and it is a wonderful body of repertoire. It really is just terrific, and these folks were really at the center of it for quite a bit of time. I wonder if they have dates here for when this stuff was recorded. No, of course not. They have dates in the booklet, so I can tell you. But this was mostly, I guess, in the 60s and 70s, I would think, when they were active. And their repertoire was terrific. You can basically tell from the hairdo. You know, that's vintage 60s hairdo, I think, there. But let's just take a look and see if I'm right. Oh, here they are. Let's see. 2021, let's see, 1967. Yay! I got it from the hairdo. You see? I told you I could do it. All right, so let's take a look and see what's in here. You have an excellent note, by the way, by our very own Jed Disler. He's not our own. He's his own. Jed is his own world. But the ultimate piano guy, and the introductory sentence is wonderful. Long before radio, television recordings, computers, and smartphones were invented, a piano was the home entertainment center. If you wanted to hear the latest Brahms symphony or Wagner opera without traveling to the concert hall or opera house, you had to play it yourself, or more usually with family members or friends, in arrangements for one piano, four hands, or even two pianos, if you were lucky enough to own a pair of instruments. So there you go. You know, just what I said, and I didn't even have to quote Jed for it. Although I probably should have. Anyway, let's see what's here. We're on Decca. This is all Decca stuff. And like I said, this set's still around. So grab it while you can. I mean it. Because I don't know how long it's going to be around for. So we've got music for two pianos. You ready? Mio Scaramouche Suite. Oh, that's so much fun. The Rachmaninoff Suite number 2, which is delicious. One of the classics for two pianos. Poulenc's Sonata of 1918. Which is really a wonderful little tiny work. It's like 6 minutes long and three tiny movements. And Lutoslawski's Paganini Variations. Wonderful, a selection of music for two pianos from quite an interesting period when you think about it. Stuff is all fairly within a few decades, but it's a lovely range of stuff. Then we have the Brahms Sonata in F minor for two pianos, which is the piano quintet in F minor. And I've said before, I kind of like the two piano version even better half the time. And this is a wonderful performance of it. Then we've got Saint-Saëns Variations for two pianos on a theme of Beethoven. This is the first CD release. When was the last time you heard that? What a fascinating thing that is to throw in there. Then we have Bartók's Sonata for two pianos and percussion, a very good performance, by the way, with Tristan Fry and James Holland, percussionist. Timpanist is really, really good in this, by the way, whichever one of them is playing it. And the Poulenc Sonata for two pianos, as opposed to the Sonata for piano four hands, right? Because the other one is, yes, there's the Sonata for piano four hands, is the tiny one. And then one of Poulenc's largest piano pieces, the Sonata for two pianos, which is a big work. A big, serious piece, actually, and it's marvelous. So those are first-class performances. Brahms' Hungarian dances numbers 1 through 10. They're not doing all of them. And Dvorak's Slavonic dances, opus 46. Dvorak's Slavonic dances. Oh, God. I mean, you gotta love them. You just gotta love them. And that was a first CD release as well, because a lot of their stuff didn't show up on CD. They did The Rite of Spring back in the day when the two-piano version of The Rite of Spring was an incredible rarity, which is fabulous. It's played on 2 pianos, yes, which is delightful. Is that a first CD release too? No, okay, that they did at least. And then Stravinsky's 5 easy pieces for piano duet and 3 easy pieces for piano duet. A whole Stravinsky thing. What's this? 2 piano encores. Okay, it's encores. It's stuff by Rachmaninoff, Khachaturian, Weinberger, Poulenc, Schubert, Brahms, Arensky, Schumann, and Debussy. A delightful collection of encores. And what's this one? French music for 2 pianos. Oh, this is I'm a sucker for this repertoire. I really am. The Poulenc Concerto for 2 pianos and orchestra with the Orchestre de la Suisse Romande under Sergio Commissiona. Was my old buddy back when I was at the Baltimore Symphony. He wasn't my buddy. He was the conductor there. And then we had, let's see, the Debussy for piano duet, arranged by Ravel, the prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun. Satie's Trois Morceaux en forme de poire, 3 pieces in the form of a pear. Actually, there are 7 of them, even though it's called 3 pieces in the form of a pear. It's kind of weird. And Debussy's Petite Suite, arranged for piano duet. Or what is a piano duet? Yeah, Petite Suite. Yes, that's it. For piano duet. That's what it originally was. It was orchestrated later by André Caplet, right? And bonus, Benjamin Britten's Scottish Ballad for 2 pianos and orchestra. The introduction in Rondo alla Burlesca for 2 pianos and the Mazurka Elegiaca for 2 pianos. So, wow, look at that. Isn't that cool? So that's all fun. And just as fun, we have Rachmaninoff. His Suite Number 1 for 2 pianos and his 6 Morceaux, Opus 11, for piano duet, and the version for 2 pianos of the Prelude in C-sharp minor. I wonder where that came from. I guess Rachmaninoff did it. Who knows? Wow. Okay. I'm willing to accept that. Then we've got Liszt paraphrases for 2 pianos. Oh, there's some big stuff in here. The Reminiscence de Norma. Ooh, baby. And then the Fantasy on Motives of Beethoven's Ruins of Athens, the version for 2 pianos. And the Reminiscence de Don Juan. This is the Don Juan Fantasy, one of the greatest opera paraphrase fantasy thingies that anybody ever did, and it's amazing. And Liszt made a version for 2 pianos because it's just a huge monstrosity of a piece, 17 minutes long. And La Danza, the Tarantella Napolitana, that's after Rossini, arranged for 2 pianos by let's see, Carl Cragen. Okay, whoever did it, fine. There's more Liszt for 2 pianos, but it's great to have some of this stuff because you're not going to hear it anywhere else or otherwise released easily. Schubert, oh yes, his variations on an original theme and finale, which is a short work, 10 minutes, and the Grand Duo in C major, which, as we all know, is a symphony that Schubert never quite bothered to orchestrate, but he really should have because it's a wonderful work. Absolutely wonderful. Brilliant piece of mature Schubert. And finally, Mozart, duos for piano duet and 2 pianos. 2 discs of stuff. It's all of Mozart's, well, it's all Mozart's stuff for that ensemble, the sonatas and whatnot. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant music. And the wonderful thing about Mozart's music for piano duet and that stuff and 4 hands and whatnot is that, classical piano music often sounds rather thin. But when you have 2 pianos, you get to add fuller textures and things. And Mozart's music for that format is just splendid. And there you have it. Really a first class collection of material by 2 superb musicians who were at the top of their medium at the time that they were making these recordings. And it's repertoire that you really should get to know. It's just so much fun and so enjoyable. It really is. So I would recommend this very strongly. Grab it if you can and enjoy it to the hilt. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.